Hey guys, Mrpackham here from Voltage Extra. So, this is the first video on the channel. Basically, what we do on this channel is stuff unrelated to our gaming channel. So, on our gaming channel we play stuff like Minecraft, Skyrim, stuff like that. Super hot, any game that we find interesting. On this channel, it's where we can do whatever we want. For example, like this. Whoa. This is where I post my Lego videos, because I do Lego customs. Also, I'll put my prop making stuff. We also have Voltage Cinematics, which is another channel we have, where we're gonna post videos just like skits and stuff like that. So, today, I'm going to show you how to make a custom sculpted minifigure, paint it, all this stuff to get it to a new level. So today you can see I have two new customs that I just made over the last few days, and not just last night. Well, one was just last night, the other was over 4 days. We have Red Hood from Arkham Knight and Arkham Knight from Arkham Knight. You can see the ears don't look right because those are actually, that's the clay still finishing. Just gave him a normal clone head, even though I know who Arkham Knight is. I don't want to spoil it. Body, you can see it's sculpted. It could have been sculpted a bit more. I'm going to refine this figure. But today, we're looking at my Red Hood. Which you can see, it's painted all the way as it should be. But I don't quite like it that much, and I thought I could take this time to do the tutorial on how to sculpt. So, what I did is I took some epoxy sculpted right here. It's just a second. First video on this channel, so it's pretty rough. Abe's epoxy sculpt part A, here, part A, and part B. So, I'm just going to move those to the side. I already mixed it off camera because it takes 2 minutes to mix, and I didn't want to have a pointless cut. But, so, to give you a reference image, this is what Red Hood looks like in the game. This is actually an action figure of it. I'm going to do my best to recreate it. So, first thing first, take all the various limbs off of the Lego figures. Now, something interesting is that I only found out recently that a lot of people don't know that you can take off the legs. A lot of people who I know just thought that you have to paint the legs as a full part, but no, you can take them off. They're pretty easy to take off, and it doesn't damage your figure to take them off. So, that's the whole figure taken apart. First, we're going to focus on the head. I might need to get some more sculpting stuff. Like, I might need to mix some more, but I'm going to move it over here. I'm going to put it on top of here. So, I'm just going to try my best. There you go. So, if your figure, see the silver parts on the outside. Wow. I have big fingers. So, I'm going to try my best to sculpt this on camera. So, you can see it is. I'm going to take it. I'm gonna put it right there. I'll probably remake this video because currently I'm doing this on my iPad. So this is like, I'm not using anything big for this. I wouldn't normally recommend sculpting onto already painted stuff, but this, I just really didn't like how this guy turned out. Like, because I was painting in the afternoon, and I just thought that it would be best to go in there and just make another figure from the game, because I didn't want to have to spend all afternoon working on just one figure and have nothing to show for it. So I'm going to be doing about 2 videos per week. Well, that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm supposed to, because that's what I've been set to do for this summer, is make minimum 1 video per week, more likely 2 per week. So, this video I'm recording it on Monday. Chances are it will come out Thursday because it's sculpting and painting and it's everything you need to know to make a big custom figure. So that means it takes 24 hours for the clay to dry. So you can see that's a rough sculpt. It does get a lot better when you sand it and stuff. So I'm not actually using any tools. I normally do, but I just don't have them with me. But I'm just using my fingers to sort this out. So I'm gonna do a little more work on this, and then I'll come back when I'm done this sculpt of the head. So I'll be back. So I'm back. So this is the sculpt for the mask. If it doesn't look like it should when I'm done it, I can sand it. So this is the body. It's the next part. So I'm just gonna sculpt onto it. Try to get it so you guys can see the sculpt. I'm very new at this, so keep that in mind. So I'm just doing the jacket right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a flat surface to flatten it out. Then I'm going to use my fingernail or tool, because I did find a tool now. Just going to go. So now you can cut off that extra bit if any bit goes over. Also try to angle it right, because that's something I had bad with the paint. So cut off any overflow. Okay, so now we have this. Then you're gonna take your tool. Just gotta focus. So take the tool. And then you're just going to try to make that jacket line. So you can, you can see how the red part is there? I'm trying to make that to a separate part. Also, if you're using the same type of paint I'm using, which is Citadel, the reason why this guy looks so scratchy is because that was the only way I could get the Citadel to work well just on the normal plastic. It works a lot better when it's 3D. So I'd suggest testers if you're just doing a 2D character, but this one right here is not a 2D character. Because everyone has a different customizing style. Mine is sculpt everything, paint everything, even if it looks too big. Sand everything. So yours is probably different, but there's the jacket lining. So, and don't worry about this side bit right here. We'll deal with that. So, there's just a brief look. I'm also gonna get a little hood, like I think it's a Gilly Bob on Flickr did. He made all Arkham Knight customs, so mine is loosely based off of his. So I'm going to put my completed ones in the back here. So that's good. That's good. Now I'm going to move on to the belt. Belt should be very easy. I'm just going to take out a little piece and put on a little bit of clay right there. And don't worry if the piece isn't the right shape or anything, because you are gonna, I'm just gonna just do little touch-ups, like make sure that there's no overflow, because that's the one thing that it has to be the right shape for. If it's the wrong shape for that, you'll have a large amount of problems with sanding, because you don't know if you're going to sand too much, too little, and then you might need to resculpt, and that will make your custom take an extra day. So just flatten it out a bit. So now, there, we got this little block for a belt buckle. Now if we look at his is pretty simple. It's just, it's just a dot right there. Just like that. That's all his belt buckle. So, now this is going pretty well. You can see I made some extra clay because the helmet took up most of it. So, I'm not going to sculpt onto the arms. I'm just going to leave them the way they are, because his arms, you can see there, if I just move up, they're just white. It's a normal jacket. At most, I might sculpt on some glove tops, but it's kind of pointless. I think I should put the armor on the bottom, but it's kind of hard to do Lego armor because Lego figures don't exactly have knees. This is a new strategy I'm trying right here on camera in front of you. As you can see on Arkham Knight, that is actually he actually does have a separate knee pad. These are supposed to be the top of his armored boots. So I'm trying something different here. I'm going to make it look like in real life this would be the bottom of the top of the armored boots. But right now you can see I'm bringing that out a bit. Now you gotta be careful with the clay, because if something goes wrong, you're gonna have to fix it. And also, a big thing about this clay is if you're doing this, say you're sculpting it today on Monday, and then you're like tomorrow on Tuesday, you're deciding, okay, so now I've sculpted the figure. It hasn't been 24 hours yet, it's been 20 hours. That should be enough time. It actually hasn't finished curing with the plastic by then. By 24 hours, you can sand it without risk of having to super glue it back on and then sculpting it again. And all these problems can happen by you sanding it too early. So I suggest just wait the full 24 hours. Check what time it is. It's 10:16 right now. I'm doing this fairly early. I have to do a few other things before this. So, fairly early. But, so that's got to remind you, okay, 10:16 on Wednesday, or on Tuesday, for me, that's 24 hours. I gotta remember then, okay, now I can do it, and only now. So, because if you forget that, a 2-day, maybe 3-day custom is gonna become a 4, 5, 6-day custom. So here's my sandpaper right here. This is the one that I use for it. You can see there's some leftover dust from it. But this is 100 grit sandpaper. So this stuff is pretty good for it. There are higher grits, but you could really mess up the pieces like that. And currently, I don't have anything like Brasso or anything like that to make it so that I can just remove printing. So I have to sand it, which is not a good idea. Don't do it, because especially if you're going to sell any of your customs, because right there that means you can't sell it anymore now, because it's all damaged. The custom, even though it's custom, it's already not normal Lego, it's damaged. So this might be part 1 of the video. Depends on how long YouTube will allow me to upload for. I don't know, because seeing how we don't have any subscribers yet, but hopefully we have viewers. Well, I'm guessing we do if you're watching this. But because I don't think YouTube will allow me to upload a 45-minute video with the amount of subscribers. But yeah, so there. That's I don't know what they are. I think they're little ammo blocks, but so we'll go and paint that gold.